So you're exporting your images from Affinity Designer in the export persona, and now your images have got white borders that you didn't create. This is something that I found very frustrating. Now, I love using the Affinity programs, and I absolutely love using the export persona, especially when I've got a lot of different sizes of images that I've created and need to export them in one go. But then you get this random border that gets added. As you can see, this image I exported in 3 sizes, so that border is all the way around. And this one over here, you can see the border at the top and the bottom. And I've tried to find a solution. I've tried to find an answer, and I haven't been able to find one. And then I figured it out. So let's go and have a look at what is causing this. So just to get this out the way, let me just move all of these out of the way because I'm going to use this space. Now I've got a demo set up here of some banners, different sizes, and I've put some shapes on there just so that we can show it clearly. Just to make sure each banner, I'm going to give it a dark background. So I select the artboard and give it a dark background because I want it to show up against that black background just now. So there are my banners. I'm only going to export these. That's the one here below is the one that I created for the intro. So let's have a look. I'm going to go up here to the export persona. I'm going to select my banners that I want to export. Let me just select them all. I'm going to make sure in the defaults, I've got JPEG set up for selection and defaults. And that's perfect. So I'm going to export all of these as high quality JPEGs. I'm going here to export slices, 4 slices. And it's because I've done this before, they're already in there. So I'm just going to say export and copy over them. Okay, that should have exported. I'm going to my black artboard here because I want to just bring them in. Just grab them. Let's see what they come out like. Let's zoom in and have a look. And this one, we've got a white edge on the right and a slightly faded one on the left. This one has got, gosh, on almost all the sides, right, bottom, and top. This is just ridiculous. Let's also have a look there. You can see all those edges, those white borders. And I mean, this just isn't going to work if you're actually submitting artwork for a client. Let's also just have a look at the size. This is supposed to be 275 by 200. And if you look at the bottom, it's exported as 276 by 201. And this one is supposed to be 600 by 160, and it's added on a pixel. Let's have a look why this is happening. So we're going to go back to those banners, to those, each one is an artboard. Let's go back to Designer Persona, and I'm going to click on each artboard. I'm going here to the bottom to transform, and I'm having a look at the position of that artboard. And I see it's 0.1 pixels. So I'm just going to use my scroll wheel and get it back to 0, to a round number. This one, both the X and the Y are sitting on. Now, please just do note, you need to have it set here at the top left corner so you can see where that's oriented. So just take the X position and get it to a round number, and the same with the Y. All right, let's have a look at this one here. And we're going to drop that X down to a round number and this one to 0. Go to this one here, same story. Let's just take it to a round number. Okay, so we're going to go back to the export persona. And we've still got all of those selected from the last time. Settings haven't changed. I'm just going to hit export slices and override what I already had there. Go back to my other file with the black background and go and grab these and bring them in. Let's have a look now what we've got. See if this has made a difference. I'm going to zoom in, and there you go. No white edges. They're perfect. And the size is correct. If I look here on the right, the bottom, the size is correct. So you have to make sure that the position of your artboard is on a round number and not a partial number. I'm going to go back there to that one, back to the design persona. I'm going to go and zoom in here. I'm also going to go and click here at Retina pixel view mode. I don't know. It's the first time I've actually checked was during pixel view mode. Let's see if that works. Yes, here you can see pixels. You can actually see the pixels here. Now you can see that this artboard is aligned with the pixels. If you had to move it, it would be, I'm going to actually change that a bit. You can see the pixels, these big squares. I'm going to grab that artboard. And if you had to move it, look at this. If I was moving it off here and halfway through a square. Now, if we go down to the bottom here, and look there, 0.3, 0.3. So what it does is it will then add whatever you've gone over and create a full extra pixel to the size of your file. So I'm just going to go back there and put it. We don't normally work so detailed, so the best is just to monitor your position on the left. Make sure the left top one is selected of these squares and make sure your X and Y are on whole numbers. I hope that helps you because it sure as heck has helped me. Just a quick side note, if you are working with a file where all your settings are in inches or any other measurement, and you want to make sure that it's aligned with the pixels, you can quickly just go to File, Document Setup, change your document units to pixels, and then align all of your artboards to pixels. Make sure it's all on rounded off numbers. And then when you're happy with that, just go to File, Document Setup, and then go back to the setting that you had, inches. And there you go. So you should be all set. Thank you so much for watching, and keep on designing.